This next article from the New York Post, Chinese dissident artist made a secret film about Wuhan during the coronavirus lockdown. Dissident artist Ai Weiwei made a secret film called Coronation in Wuhan, the center of the Wu flu, or the Kung flu, or the China virus, or the CCP virus. The central city that became the origin of the coronavirus pandemic. During its strictest lockdown, the internationally known artist, who has called attention to human rights violations and government corruption in China, with his work has said that he had a camera team, He had a camera team on the ground during the duration of the quarantine in the city where health experts say COVID-19 first emerged last year. Quote, China has assumed the status of superpower on the global stage, yet it remains relatively poorly understood by other nations. End quote, reads the statement of the artist's official website. Through the lens of the pandemic, Coronation clearly depicts the Chinese crisis management and social control machine, which, through surveillance and ideological brainwashing and brute determination, to control every aspect of society. And this Chinese Nazi party is nothing to joke around with. They're engaging in cultural Marxism here in the United States, trying to wipe our culture off the map. And as it turns out, they're incredibly weak. They are not strong. They like to convince you that they are this incredibly strong superpower, but in reality, they are so weak they could topple over with the slightest push from an alpha male. They're only under control because they have this national surveillance state. They have their own version of Wikipedia to prevent their people from knowing the truth. And they have millions of Chinese working on the internet to control China's social media image. And people, you didn't know that, did you? You didn't know there's millions of Chinese on the internet controlling China's social media image, did you? No, you didn't. No, it's true. It's actually true. They, a number of them, a large percentage of them work for Chinese Nazi party-controlled companies. And they're doing it for business purposes, and they are controlling free speech. So they will flag your post if it's critical of the Chinese Nazi party, and they will try to cancel you. You cannot trust anybody who supports the Chinese Nazi party. That person is a Nazi. If they support the Chinese Nazi party, you are a Nazi. You cannot trust Nazis. I mean, I know this is like groundbreaking, revolutionary stuff here, but it's actually pretty obvious that you cannot trust China. They are an authoritarian dictatorship. They have been stealing our intellectual property. They have been making our movies bullshit through replacing white male characters in badass movies with women, African Americans, Wajins, and Kleenex in order to kill our culture, because they can't have a Marxist utopia with the racist white males and the racist Republicans from them poor rural states controlling them whammans, African Americans, Wajins, and Kleenex in the Democrat-controlled cities. Nope, can't have that. So they need to promote anti-racism so that they can get rid of the white males, because it is the white males that are causing the problem. They're preventing them from having their socialist utopia. So they need to get rid of the culture. They need to topple your statues. They need to burn your books. They need to cancel your favorite stars. All so that Xi Jinping can control America and be the #1 superpower, so they can bring National Socialism to our country, bring cultural Marxism to a theater near you, sponsored by Democrats and the Chinese Communist Party. It's actually more of a National Socialist structure. No, it is 100% National Socialist structure. Absolutely, those people are Nazi as fuck. There's no avoiding how Nazi those people are, they allow private property ownership. You can't have private property ownership is mutually exclusive of communism. You cannot have private property ownership under communism. That becomes something else. It's not community control, especially when you allow people who are in communism or Chinese citizens to own property in America, own businesses outside of China. That creates a situation that can only exist under National Socialism. It's not able to happen in any way, shape, or form. So it's pretty scary what they're doing there in China. We need to stand up for the people of China because they are unable to protect themselves right now. So we need to be their shining beacon of light. We need to be the shining city on the hill like we have always been. And we need to bring democracy to the people of Hong Kong and Taiwan and mainland China because they are good people. They are hardworking, very smart, very kind, caring people, except for the Nazis. Those are, of course, are absolute detestable scum. But for the rest of them, they need us. And so we have to shut down the black looter mobs so that we can help out China. As if we don't, we're going to have our culture eradicated by the Chinese Nazi Party. And we cannot stand that at all.